Hello everybody, Tony Aiello, La Mirada blog. Look at that beautiful, beautiful view here on this early Sunday evening, March 24th. And yeah, we are at South Firestone Boulevard in the 5. And just checking this situation out. How sad this looks now compared to back in the day, guys. If you grew up in La Mirada, this was the side of the old, you remember Taco Tio was back there. And this is the new, well, that's the new on-ramp for the freeway. But I tell you, this area along the freeway on South Firestone is really looking pretty shaky here. Of course, that's Taco Tio, like I mentioned, and also way back in the day, you might remember Denny's was right here. That was open 24 hours at the only Denny's in the world that had a full service bar. Of course, La Mirada was also the headquarters of Denny's was right here. Later, didn't that turn into Phoenix University or something? And then also, you remember the Star Recycling Center was kind of like right here. They were in La Mirada. Boy, that recycling center, although it was named Star the last couple of decades, that recycling center went all the way back to before La Mirada was even a city. It was what do they call those? Not a junkyard, like a rubbish yard, a salvation yard, whatever they're called. Wow, look at that. So that must be over the, looks like, what would that be? Kind of like the Bellflower, Cerritos Bellflower area. Norwalk would be kind of like over there. But that's where I am right now. So yeah, this is what it looks like now, huh? Pretty dire. And now take a look at this. I got a surprise for you here, folks. Oh, look at, there's a cat or a dog. This is along the 5 freeway. This is your La Mirada, guys. There, it's turned into a little bit of a shanty land. What do they call those things? Numerous. It's turned into an encampment. I drove down a little further. It looks like Century Paving survived all the demolition here. They're still down there. Of course, if you keep driving, it's the Camping World is right there. So yeah, and if you keep driving down here on South Firestone Boulevard, as soon as you go under Valley View, it turns into Santa Fe Springs, and there's it's also very sketchy down there. A lot of graffiti on some of these back of some of these buildings here, which you can't see. But yeah, back in the day, boy, this was just a wonderful place to come and visit for various reasons. And you know, this property, and now the big thing is, now what are they going to do with this property? It's so valuable, this freeway frontage property. Now I hope La Mirada doesn't screw this up, because maybe it could be another area where residents can come and have a good time and have something to eat, have a few drinks. But in my humble opinion, they never really, on North Firestone Boulevard, which you can't see these walls here, but I said back in the day, in the 90s, especially the late 90s, they should have, when those city walks were just becoming popular, I said they should have made that into a city walk. You guys remember on the other side of the freeway here where the In-N-Out is? You can see the In-N-Out sign back there, but remember we used to have an Edwards Theater back there? And we had all the components. Of course, Northwoods Inn is there. The Elephant Bar used to be there. We had an In-N-Out, so we had all in the theater, we had all the anchor tenants, and all they had to do was add some more retail. We already had the Meandering Sidewalk, and the Holiday Inn is back there. And added in Staples, it's Harbor Freight Tools, it was a Staples now. They should have just made it into a city walk with the theater already there, the hotel, 2 restaurants, added a couple more really cool restaurants, because Northwoods Inn and In-N-Out draw people from all over, especially Northwoods Inn. They come all over. So, you know, I mean, that's why this over here, although the businesses I mentioned do well, the area itself is not, and now there's a Chick-fil-A too there. The area, it's just kind of always been an awkward spot. Even the Chick-fil-A is kind of awkward to get to. But now I believe the city is in control of this property. I could be wrong. Just look at that spectacular view. Can you guys see that? Just beautiful. So I think they're in control of this property, so let's hope they don't blow it a second time. I told Hal Malkin that. I said, Hal, you guys should have made this. I'm talking about the North Firestone Boulevard now. You guys should have made that into a little miniature city walk. Just make it a destination. You already have the hotel there. We have Knott's and Disneyland right up the street. You could have made it into a little mini Universal City Walk, just a great destination for people leaving Knott's or going to Knott's or leaving Disneyland or just for La Mirada residents, and a great destination for people all around because they already come from the Northwoods Inn and stuff like that. And you said, Tony, it's never going to happen. There's a number of cats back there. So, not trying to invade anybody's privacy here, but this is there's a number of housing units back here, which it's kind of surprising. La Mirada usually handles stuff like this. This is for the afternoon nap. I noticed the encampments are also, it's a big problem we're all facing. Or we're all dealing with. It's just, and so many people can, what's the word I'm looking? Relate. Many people can relate because, life is tough. Things are expensive, and many families, many people are just one or two emergencies themselves from living on the street. So it's just become such a tough, expensive area to live in, and of course, we all have all the other components of lack of the facilities we used to have when we were growing up, where people didn't have to live on the street and they can go places. But that's a whole different ball of wax there, and I don't want to get into all the politics of that stuff. But shocking scene here. I've noticed the encampment's also growing over there on the North Fork, Coyote Creek, but that's more like Santa Fe Springs. But I'm just in awe of this beautiful site here with the looks like the rain is coming down, not quite reaching the ground there, but maybe reaching the ground down there. But all right, guys, so what do you guys think of this, and what should La Mirada bring here? What should we how about an entertainment center? How about some nice restaurants, a destination, some kind of a destination a place of what am I trying to say? A place where people can go and they want to go to, and take advantage of being so close to Knott's and Disneyland. And this land is so expensive. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? And of course, way up the street, it was supposed to be an auto dealer back in the day, and I think Mack Trucks is still there, or is it Volvo? One of those, might be two of them back there. But that kind of fizzled out too. That was a Gary Sloan idea. That kind of, was council idea, and Gary Sloan kind of pushed it, and they were trying to piggyback off the Buena Park Auto Center, which became very successful. But the La Mirada Auto Center never really took off. You guys might remember, what was it, Gateway Chevrolet? It was, and it might even been called the Gateway Auto Center. But so what I'm trying to say is, we really haven't made proper use of this rare frontage property we have here in La Mirada. Like I mentioned, very successful businesses on the North Firestone Boulevard. But I think that on North Firestone Boulevard, like I already said, could have been so much more. There you see the old Halloween Club building. 80 Lumber's coming, or is it Lumber 80? That's going to mark the return of the lumber industry to La Mirada. You might remember they're going to be coming. They're going to be going to the Halloween Club building. I think they're going to demolish it, build a new building. I'm not quite sure about that, but I'm pretty sure. Also trying to figure out where the old Coppertone sign building, if the Halloween Club building is where the Coppertone sign billboard was attached to that we posted on Facebook recently. But anyways, such valuable, in my humble opinion, we haven't maybe taken advantage of some of this properties like we should have. and hopefully, let's see what happens. We'll keep it tuned to see what ends up happening here in some future development here on South Firestone Boulevard here in La Mirada, right at Valley View and the 5 freeway. And until next time, you guys have a great rest of your morning, day, or night, whenever you happen to be listening, and we'll talk to you later. Tony Aiello, La Mirada Blog.